Hey, this is Josh.
This is Mike.
This is Jordan.
This is Derek. We're the Admiralty, and you're listening to AntmanVs.
Music Familia Productions world premiere.
You'll never get the best of me, I'm anti-everything. You'll never get the best of me, I'm anti-everything.
Ant-Man and Siobhan bring you so much live, local, and raw every Thursday from AntmanVs Studios. Music, news, interviews, plus so much more, and it starts now.
What's going on, Music Familia? Welcome
Hey,
to the show. We are live tonight. First and foremost, I want to give a huge shout out to everybody coming and hanging out with us tonight, man, on the show. It's a big deal because we have Pray for Sleep with us. What's going on, boys?
What's up?
How's it going?
So, I hear a congratulations is in order, first and foremost.
More or less.
More or less. Yeah, so first, I guess we'll get everybody introduced here, man. So, Cameron, Hayden, Reno, and Grant. What's going on, guys?
Not much, man. Doing well.
Yeah.
No, yeah, we're good. This is awesome. We're glad to be here with you, Ant-Man.
Yeah,
this is
man.
awesome.
My dude.
So, what have you guys been up to, man?
A lot, really. Mostly-
Loaded question, right?
Yeah. I would say mostly live shows is what we've had to focus on lately,
Yeah.
which has been amazing. Like, especially the turnout. Like, we have a lot of great fans. It's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, in a collective, how long have you guys been doing music?
So, around a year, we've been writing, but not until, what was it, March, we actually had our first show. So,
Yeah.
we've actually been playing live only a couple months, but we wrote the EP. It's been about a year.
Yeah.
So.
Right on. And so, when you guys started, you guys are fairly young compared to some of the other cats I've had on the show. So I'm curious, how did each of you get your guys a start in music? What was it for you guys?
Well, my dad introduced me to guitar, showed me some Jack White, some simple stuff, and
I'm
just
gonna
kinda
adjust
went
that
from there.
camera while you go ahead and talk in your stories
You
real
do
quick.
you, man. I'm all for it.
You just leave me hanging. That's fine.
Yeah, no, but just played guitar ever since I was like 9. Got a guitar for Christmas that year. So.
My dad's actually been a musician, and my mom actually, for a very long time. So pretty much when I was born, I just have been playing drums. I mean, obviously I didn't know what I was doing when I was 2 years old, but
Right.
I was trying. But my dad got me into it. I listened to a lot of like 80s stuff, anything from like Van Halen, which they're a little bit earlier, but like Rush, even they're a little bit earlier too. But they're just probably them, and a lot of like hair metal stuff is what I learned first, and then I started getting to a little bit heavier stuff around 3 years ago, I'd say.
Right on.
Yeah, actually, growing up, I didn't listen to any rock, any of that stuff. I loved jazz, like Louis Armstrong,
Wow,
Glenn Miller.
okay,
That was my
okay,
stuff.
all right.
My dad's always, like, since I was born, just playing saxophone, piano, all that stuff. So I actually got started on blues and jazz and
The
all that.
patient instruments,
Yeah,
man. Those
right.
are all the ones that take the hard
Oh,
ass
it's-
skills. Like, and I've watched some of the awesomest people, and you talk to them and they're very intellectually smart. They're really like deep in thought.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, man, I don't have the patience.
Right.
To sit down and like piano and like my fingers only stretch so far. So I'm
Right,
like,
exactly.
But so let's talk about Rock on the Range.
Yeah. No.
Now, you guys were fans, obviously, before we got to this point in the game.
Definitely.
For sure.
So let's talk about what led up to getting you guys in there. So how did you guys now obviously you guys saw one of the Battle of Bands competitions going on here in Columbus.
Yeah. It was funny because actually Hayden was in the Olentangy marching band, Olentangy Orange, sorry, my fault. But they played with Papa Roach last year for a song. And I actually went up to him and I was like, hey, Hayden, wouldn't it be fun if we play next year? He's like, yeah, probably not, though. But like now it's actually happening.
Like,
Right.
be
But
realistic.
Cam sent us a link. He's like, you guys want to play Rock on the Range this year? And we were like, yeah. So we signed up.
None of us actually knew about it. It was my girlfriend sent me that. So if it wasn't for her, we wouldn't even.
Wow.
So because we didn't have a clue, we were like, "This looks kind of cool." I was like, "Hey, she sent me this. We should try this out." And then it ended up working out for us. So it was really. Yeah.
Even like just finding out we were in the top 10 was crazy because I just got an email one day and they're like, "Oh, you're in," and I was like, "I forgot we even entered that." I was like, "Oh my gosh!" And then just from there, like having all of our friends vote for us, and then we got to the top 5. We were like, "Is this actually happening?"
I think it's better, when you submit something and you forget, or you're so busy that it's not that you forget. It's just you're so busy trying to be relevant, stay focused, write new music. You said you mentioned the EP,
right?
There's a whole bunch that you mentioned girlfriend, so there's life.
Yeah.
There's a
sure.
whole bunch of stuff going on.
Definitely.
But I think that's great because then you're not like, "Oh man, bro, have you heard anything?" You're not waiting by your inbox, for something.
Well, and we entered a couple different things, and it just wasn't working. Like trying festivals, all of this stuff, and then this one finally worked. We were like, "Holy crap, guys! We made top 10. This is insane."
Oh yeah.
For Rock on the Range, so that was awesome.
So, coming together and putting Pray for Sleep together and writing the songs, what has it been like for you guys? What's the writing process been like for you guys?
We go to our dude producer, and it's a basement studio, and it's such a good
amazing.
time.
Yeah.
It's like, we're never there like consistently because I'm still in high school.
Yeah.
But whenever we get a weekend to work on music, it's just such a good time. And then like
Some of my older viewers, I could hear
yeah.
and my older viewers, they're all like, "Man, these guys rock, dude," and I feel old now. Oh man, but you guys really have an awesome stage presence, man. The fan base is great. The fans love you guys, man. And
we love them too.
I think that's something to be said. What do you guys think about 2018 music today as a band?
Do you mean like music in general?
Yeah. It's definitely an open question. Yeah.
For me, I mean, I actually like rap a lot, but a lot of the rap that's coming out lately is either really good or terrible. Because those, I mean, even the past few years, the whole mumble rap thing. People are like, "Oh, like the beat." I'm like, okay, well, when I listen to super heavy metal and I say I just like the beat, but that's not okay because he's screaming,
Right.
It's a give and take, I guess. But
it's hard for me, man. I'm from Detroit. I'm from Michigan. So people talk about rap music. And
that's where it's at.
And I'm at a Speedway gas station on Morse Road trying to just fill up my gas tank, and this dude over here in the corner, right there by the ice machine's like, "Yo, I got this demo CD. Like, you come get this demo CD." I'm like, man, I can't, I can't, because in the time of demo CDs, in the time of demos, there were real demos. There was real hard work to put those together.
Yeah.
Now it's just "Hey bro, if I buy you a Big Mac, you mix this for me real quick."
Yep.
And you show up at their house and they got the four cup dispenser stapled to the wall, mixed for a good filter. You just gotta put some stuffing in between the holes,
Jeez.
Yeah. That's the kind of stuff, man. I've seen some shit, bro. I've seen some shit, but I think that some of the best sounds come out of the studios, the people's houses, man.
Oh yeah,
Right.
Will, our producer Will, is just he's so good.
Shout out to Will, by the way.
Yeah, he's the homie for sure.
Yeah, he's in Cure Culture.
But
the
I mean,
band.
this guy goes to Capital University and goes, "I've already learned everything I gotta learn. I'm just gonna go." There's obviously something there, but he even has his own band that he mixes all these other bands, not just us, and he always does a good job. So, it doesn't matter where he's mixing. We mixed our first song at an actual studio, and our new stuff sounds better, and it's in his basement. It doesn't matter where it's at. He's got the equipment for it for sure.
So we're going to be hanging out with these guys, Pray for Sleep, all night. Make sure you guys find them on Facebook at Pray for Sleep Band on Facebook. Give them a like, show some love. We're going to be hanging out live all night. We got some new music from these guys we're going to be debuting during the show. I got something real special from 8 Pound Pressure right now called Wasting Time. We're going to get this right now. We'll be right back after this.
time, feeding the machine, and time can't take that. All we own, just wasting time, fading away, emotionless. All we own, just wasting time, feeding the machine. I can't take that
Some stuff right there from 8 Pound Pressure, my boys. Shout out to those guys, Brandon and Bull Rob and all those old guys. No, I'm kidding. No, I love you guys, man. I love all my music family. I want to give a huge shout out to everybody that's hanging out with us live in the chat room right now. Miss Carla Williams, Mr. Todd Stanton hanging out with us, man. My mama, Cam Grady, hanging out.
Yes.
And
Thanks, Mom.
Jeff, Jennifer's hanging out with us and a handful of other people, man. So pray for sleep, man. Let's talk about this. You guys got a message or an email. Your girlfriend actually saved you guys.
Yeah.
Like,
Basically.
and so shout out to all the women. I always say it on the show, man, but it really, like, our ladies save us. Not only do they help us sell our merch when we're out doing our thing, you know, but they hold it down by reminding us to enter competitions.
Definitely.
No, but seriously though, so you guys got the email or the invitation or the notice of, you guys submitted for it. What did you guys have to submit for the contest?
Well, if I remember right, I had to send them one song and then our logo, and I think there was just like a little bio just so they knew who we were. But once we did find out that we were on it, on the website, it like had our logo on there. Oh, it was our electronic press kit too. So that basically just had like a bio, our songs, and then like where we've played out, where we're going to be playing soon,
Yeah.
things like that.
Yeah. So a lot of people, you know, it's funny, man. A lot of people talk about the electronic press kits, and some people are like, I don't even know what that is. And I was like, all right, okay. You almost want to like just put your hand on their shoulder and be like, it's going to be okay.
Yeah.
It's going to be okay. No, but so a lot of people, they put their press kits together, and they forget one or two things. But you guys, man, right on par, sent that right in there. You guys were able to get in there. What was it like walking in the day of, like getting ready to go to the show?
Funny, really funny story actually. So we were told to show up at 4:30, right?
Yeah.
And what was her name?
Courtney.
Yeah, Courtney from the Blitz calls us.
Courtney Stone.
Yeah,
Mhm.
calls us at like 4:20 something, because everybody apparently got there at 4 o'clock or something very early, and we're showing up and we know we're about to be 2 minutes late, like 4:32, and she calls us prior and she's like, if you guys don't get here by 4:40, you're gonna go first. And so we rushed down there. Yeah. And so we rushed down there and we're like, oh shoot. They dropped me off. We take like getting into the Bethel Road pub itself was very hard, but I ran in there. I'm 18, the youngest person there, and it was the most awkward thing. I'm sitting there, everybody's just looking at me dead eyes. I was like, you know, and then they get in there, pull up, and we have to draw, and we had to draw last, being the last people there. We end up drawing last. So it's just so funny how it turned around like that, going from, oh shoot, we might go first because we might be late too. We ended up pulling
What
last.
if? Like, so what do you think? Like, I'm sure after it, I'm sure, like, you guys got into the car after the show and looked at each other and were like, damn, bro. Like, you realize how close we were?
Right.
But,
yeah.
I mean,
it was.
what would you guys, what was it in the car? What was the hype in the car when you guys got done with the show?
Going to Waffle House.
Oh yeah.
Honestly.
Oh wait, we met the 22nd dimension, right? The dude from
Yeah.
22nd
Oh,
dimension.
yeah.
They
He
went
was
to
there.
the same Waffle House, and we were just like, "What's up, dude? How's it going?
Yeah, they were awesome.
What kind of waffle you get?
Right. How do you like
Chocolate
hash
peanut butter.
browns? Yeah.
Okay.
Smothered, splattered, spattered.
Oh my gosh. Anyway.
Mr. Dave Sheets, I'm going to give a huge shout out to him, Mr. Photo Nation AP. He also helps manage Muddy Creek out there, all the way out there in lovely Heath, Ohio. But if you guys get a chance to make it out there, man, definitely great venue to play at if you
Cool,
guys
yeah.
haven't already. But he's like, did you check these kids' IDs?
Hey, Grant is 21.
He's the only one.
He's
yeah.
the only one, but he
Get
is.
to be the
He's
old
the
man of the
band dad.
band, yeah.
Right on.
The
me
old
and
guy.
Hayden, I got to graduate early, and Hayden's
I'm
still finishing.
Still in high school.
He's
I went to school
actually
today.
he's supposed to graduate the day we play Rock on the Range.
Right.
And we were
Both
like,
me and-
funny story.
Both me and
Yeah.
Hayden had the opportunity to walk, and then we were like, "Shoot, dude, what do we
the same-
do?"
they're just gonna wear their cap and gown on stage. I mean, that's the trade-off.
So now, are you gonna do the infamous nude under the cap and gown? Like, and,
I don't
and
know about
like,
that.
I've been hardcore thinking about it.
like
I
have
don't know if that's-
rock on one cheek and range on the other cheek.
Oh my goodness.
Me and Grant just sitting there like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Hayden are the babies of the band. Hayden like just turned 18, so
Yeah, I'm a baby adult.
baby adult.
Baby adult.
So I want to ask you guys. We're gonna get down to some serious questions in the 9 o'clock hour, some more serious stuff. But you know, the one thing, you know, it's great to be young in the music scene and be there, but it's also important to know where you've been, to know where you're wanting to go and where you're going. And all four of these cats are seasoned vets as far as music goes. They all have their select flavor of music. And in the coming hour or so, we're going to find out what they like inside their inbox and what they listen to when they're not on stage. So we got some songs from you guys right now. Bittersweet, Lost on My Own, Hardcore Insomnia, Nails on Walls, and Slaves to Sadness tonight. Now, which you want to play one for them right now? Or it's up to you guys, man, how we play this. But if you guys want to melt their faces now, or you want to play, you want to play with them a little bit, it's totally up to you.
Sooner better than later, man. Like, let's do this.
All right, which one you guys want to play?
Let's do the old favorite, Bittersweet.
OG. Yeah, that was the
The
first
OG.
one.
All right.
Go with Bittersweet.
All right, so we're gonna do Bittersweet right now. Check them out, man. Pray for Sleep band on Facebook. Give them a like. And what isn't it? Prayforsleep.bandcamp.com as well, correct?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's our
That's-
Bandcamp.
yeah.
And we're working on a website. It's almost done. But should be up soon.
Promise.
Hey, did you guys want to give a shout out to the one who titled your tracks before we get into this?
Hey, Will, next time you send them, just make sure the MP3 files are the right title, man. It's all good.
Will's gonna kill us.
He's done enough for us. He knows.
We love you,
He
Will.
knows we're kidding.
No,
love you,
it
Will.
was my idea, Will. I wanted to bust you a little bit, man. But thanks for doing what you do for artists and musicians, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And
We love you.
great work on this audio, man. Let's get into it right now. Bittersweet. Pray for Sleep. Let's get it.
You know it feels so lonely.
that song, man. Awesome. Not Your Superman, Grindhouse. Make sure you find them on social media. Great band. But for right now, Pray for Sleep is hanging out with us right now.
Hey,
What's going on, gentlemen?
you know, still just chilling.
Yeah.
So you guys having fun so far?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
This is an
A
amazing.
little different, right? So I'm going to give a huge shout out to Deidre. I love you, girl. These guys are so sweet and nice. Met them at the Battle of Bands and talked to Cameron. Love their music. One of my regular things I listen to now. Mr. Anthony Clay from Green 13. Shout out to you, sir. And I love me some Grindhouse, so I had to play that for you guys tonight. And Pam, you guys make great music together. Clearly, you are a great group of talented friends.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Pam.
So
Sweet.
So let's talk about that. When you guys, being in a band and trying to get along and write music is an important thing these days.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Now, is there ever a moment? I look at music and bands as like more like a brother and sisterhood more than anything, because it's the one time you're crammed into a small space of people that you kind of like but don't like in certain situations. Like and writing the new song, some of the new music, and getting into the new involvements. Like, what are some of the stresses you guys have had being a band?
I mean, if we all just gotta remember that we're all in this together, and
Yeah.
there's like no getting out of it. If we're writing a song, it's just like we all gotta stay focused and then just remember the end goal.
Yeah, we've definitely had our ups and downs, especially us three. Like Grant's been with us a couple of months, but
Right.
me, Reno, and Hayden, we've gone through stuff where it's just like you really want to punch each other in the face,
Yeah.
but then you come back to it. It's like let's just grow up, and we all got one
Right.
thing we're trying to do.
Yeah,
But-
I think we do a good job of when we do fight, though. We don't really drag it on for more than a few hours. Because, we're like, if we don't get this resolved now, then it's not going to get resolved for a long time.
Right.
So I think we do a pretty good job of that. And honestly, lately, we haven't had much problems, which is a blessing for sure.
Right.
We're all good friends outside of music, too, so that
Is there
helps.
any advice you guys would give some of the guys that are just getting together? Because I'm gonna put it out there. I mean, if nobody else is gonna, I'm gonna. There is a band. There's got to be a band. There's got to be somebody out there that was like, damn it, like I wanted to win. Like I wanted to. Like, what kind of advice would you guys give to somebody that wants to be in you guys' shoes?
Grant, you got this. It's all you.
Well, I mean, just acting like adults working together as a team is a huge part of just making music and getting along together. So being able to handle conflict in like a
Caring means
decent way.
sharing, guys.
Exactly.
For sure.
Exactly.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so when you guys are not in band practice and not focused on rock on the range and not freaking out about that, what do you guys do in your spare time? What do you guys like to do in your spare time?
Fazoli's.
Yeah, I like to go to Fazoli's with my girlfriend. Yeah.
Of
It's a good
course.
time. They got that $5 lunch. It's a good time.
My gosh.
Somebody is getting cut off. Like somebody's girlfriend's gonna be like, "Yeah, you said what?" Like, hey, she's gonna go
Sorry,
right back.
babe.
She's gonna go back
Sorry.
to that at 3 minutes 52 seconds and whatever you said. Yeah, it happens all the time on the show. The guys' wives will come on the show and be like, "I heard what you said.
Oh, my
Like,
gosh.
I didn't even think you were listening. I'm listening all the time."
We're still pretty young. No married yet.
Yet.
Yeah.
Right. No
Make it
violent
sound
shoves
really
towards
wrong.
it, right?
We're all
No.
married
Right.
to each other in music, so.
Oh my god.
All right.
That's a Kodak moment waiting to happen.
Fair enough.
Nice.
Right on. So, what are your guys' favorite venue in Columbus, man? What's your guys' favorite place?
Ones that we've played or just in general?
Just in general right now.
I like Express Live. It's cool.
What about you, Grant? What do you like?
I was a big fan. I was really surprised. We played the Big Room Bar for our first show. I was really surprised pleasantly about how nice the space was.
It's a big room.
Yes.
But now, Christopher Nelson, he says the guy with the van is in the
Chris.
house. I love
Hey,
you
Chris.
guys.
I love
He's our
Chris.
roadie.
That's our.
He's
that's our
more than
boy.
our roadie.
Yeah, he's our best friend.
Everything that we don't want to do, we're like, hey, Chris, like, he's that guy for us. He's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's imperative to have, when you're in a band, you already have like 3 or 4 guys that you're already like, look, I don't want to do this. You need to do this. Well, no, I did this last time. I'm doing this time. And it's nice to be able to have that 5th guy like, hey, look.
Yeah.
Can you do this?
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
he drags us everywhere. He does our merch for us, all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And he has
Hell
fun
yeah.
doing it, so it's
Cool
awesome.
too, realizing, I mean, we 4 couldn't do it by ourselves. Like our fan base alone, we couldn't do it without them. The voting itself, like,
Right.
can't do it without them.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
we're forming this team where it's like starting to be like a family
Yeah.
because you really can't. I mean, we have people that do things that we honestly don't even have the talent to, like
you're
video
right.
and all
Yeah.
that stuff. And
Yeah.
you really need like a good group. So that's been huge. All the people that help us out and everything.
The whole idea of like I think Dread Engine is a perfect example. Scott Sam Stockdale and all the guys over there at Dread Engine, man, they really in a similar fashion produce and put together pieces that they let the music speak for themselves. They don't let the attitudes and the negativity and all that hold them down. And one thing that I love about you guys is you guys don't post drama. You guys stay far away from all of it. You guys are like, look, we just have a job to do, and that's all there is.
That's what it is,
Like,
man.
right.
Keep it clean.
We're not Oasis.
Right.
Oh man. Oh man.
Okay, I had to make the joke at least once.
Let's be positive.
No, I love Oasis. I love them.
The drummer's getting out of hand.
Yeah.
I hope they all make amends at some point.
Yeah, there we go.
Mr. Brandon Seymour from 8 Pound Pressure is hanging out with us, man.
Hey.
Welcome,
My dude.
Brandon.
Can't wait to play with you.
What Ant-Man? Oh, what up?
Yeah.
All
What up, Ant-Man? Yeah. he's multitasking. He's a father, so I imagine
Wow.
he's probably like spinning a bottle,
Kudos to
holding a
him.
baby,
Yeah.
getting everything ready to go.
Definitely.
But, so you guys saw Kanye's meltdown. I know everybody at home did. This thing's ridiculous, man. And he said slavery was a choice. Now, I know when to stay in my lane. I'm staying in my lane with that subject. But Michael Blackson, who is a awesome black comedian, did not. And I think this is perfect. He says, if slavery was a choice, then Kim's Paris robbery was too. And so TMZ caught up with Michael in the airport, and he says that he's been firsthand. He's seen how firsthand slavery wasn't a choice after visiting the slave castles in his native Ghana. But he's still willing to give Kanye a pass for his controversial comment. Michael was at the LAX yesterday, and he says, Kanye has a lot of lessons to learn, and he has one lesson to learn: how African slaves were captured at gunpoint. He says Kanye couldn't possibly have meant what he said about slavery being a choice. MB says that would be the equivalent to saying Kim Kardashian chose to get robbed at gunpoint in Paris. Michael, like many people, think Kanye speaking out for fully forming his ideas is a bad idea, but he has a suggestion for him to snap out of it. Think sunken place. And I'm not going to air this video because I don't want to be in Facebook jail. But I am going to share this story because this is just ridiculous. What do you guys think about Kanye West? Are you guys a fan of Kanye West? We mentioned rap music earlier in the show. That's why.
I personally don't know much about the Kardashians, Kanye West,
I
all
don't
of that
either.
stuff.
Yeah.
He's got some good stuff.
Yeah.
I
Live life.
personally, I think he does.
I mean, I feel like, artistically, great dude.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that's for sure.
But that doesn't mean you need to run your mouth.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've been watching I try to not watch politics and stuff like that, but I find myself wanting to watch Trump more than Kanye these days. And it's quite interesting to see all that stuff transpire. So I'm posting the story in there. You guys can watch the video that is posted in there for you guys. Make sure you guys share this video as well. Get some attention for Pray for Sleep. You guys can find them on Facebook as well. Pray for Sleep Band on Facebook. Make sure you give them some love. So when is the new culmination of the album and everything coming together for you guys? When is everything slapping together?
Well,
Hard question.
honestly, because we've been kind of riding out on this E EP.
I know, and I didn't want to. I was supposed to ask you guys off of air. But I wanted to catch you guys because like I'm really excited. All these are great songs, and I'm just trying to kind of get it.
We're
inside.
always
No,
in
yeah,
the
definitely.
writing process.
Yeah.
Just in like, it's all for when we go to the studio and record it. We get to nitpick everything. So like we're always writing stuff, and like Cam's always writing lyrics and stuff.
Yeah.
But, yeah. For right now, we've just been doing live shows and writing this EP out.
Trying to get our name out there more than anything.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's
So-
for sure.
right.
Because the EP alone, I mean, it costs money to get into the studio. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
definitely trying to ride out on this EP and get our name out there, and then just always writing. So
You
Always
guys, you guys are from all Columbus originally, right?
Mhm.
And if you guys had a chance to break out of Columbus, what would be the first stop?
Nashville.
I mean,
Damn.
I
was quick.
I actually was born in El Paso, Texas,
Yeah.
but I've lived here. I don't know where I'd really go if I could be anywhere but here.
Man, skip Nashville. Let's just go straight to the UK if we're gonna.
Oh,
I mean,
we're going
right?
big.
Yeah.
I mean,
honestly, they like music over there, man. Like, ooh.
Abbey Road,
Japan.
bitch.
Japan, bro.
Yeah.
Japan.
oh yeah, Japan.
I hear Australia's music scene's picking up.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
that's
you
for
know?
sure.
So I think that would be.
In Hartsway.
They've got a lot of really good bands for
Yeah,
that right now.
some
Yeah.
band like reached out to us like, hey, we can put together a tour. They're in Australia. They're like, we can put together a tour for you, and be like,
We're like,
Hold
huh?
shoot,
Hold
okay.
on, let's ask our parents.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
right.
Exactly. We're still young.
Guys,
and
How much is that plane ticket again?
Right. How do we break up ticket sales for
We
that
don't-
plane
Right.
ticket?
we don't sell enough merch yet, so
Right. Speaking of merch, so what is the most important time or like the most funnest time you guys gave away a piece of your merch? Like that was like I'm talking not just a fan walks up gives you $5-10 for your merch.
Right,
I'm
right.
talking about what was a time you remember that was a real close time with you and your fans.
Remember those there was Lean, but those like 8th graders, 7th graders that came to our show, they all bought shirts, all bought like posters, and had us sign every one of them, and it was like so cool because they were so
Wow.
young, and it was just like, wow, like this is what we do for younger kids. It's really sweet that we get to pass that on, and they wanted us to sign stuff.
Yeah,
It
there's
does
then-
help that it was the first show and we weren't.
Oh,
really
yeah, that
sure
was
if
our
anyone
first
was
show,
gonna
too. That
show
was
up,
sweet.
Oh
So,
wow.
yeah.
That's
really
a
cool.
hell of a confidence boost right there. Even if it is 8 years, I mean, because you made that little 8-year-old who doesn't really give a crap about anything like get up and be like, wow, I wanna do
Right.
this. Like, wow, that's pretty awesome.
It's pretty cool. There was this one girl at my school, because I still go to school. Dude, every time I saw her in the hallway, she would be like, "What's up, Aiden? Like, what's up?" And she'd just start crying because, like, she's like, "You're in a band. You saved my life. Like, all this stuff. You know who you are." But yeah,
I'm
we
not
had-
name dropping or nothing, but you know who you are.
we had or Cam and Reno both came into school with me, and she was just there, and she was just started bawling. Like she had no idea what
we
to
had
do.
a free shirt for her and everything.
Yeah,
and
we just surprised her, and she. Oh my gosh,
that was
yeah.
the coolest thing ever too.
it was really neat to see, and it's just like you see that, and you like see one person doing like affected by our music,
Right.
and it's just like okay, we're doing something right.
Right.
Like, this
yeah.
is cool.
But yeah, that's the goal of the music is to help people. So when you
Absolutely.
see something like that, I mean, some people might think that she's crazy for doing that, but we're like, we love you. Like
Yeah.
that makes us feel so much better when we know like our music actually helps someone out. Like that's amazing.
I don't think a band's not always. I'm not gonna say every case, but I'm gonna say a good portion, probably 70-30, that the bands don't really get a chance to touch base or get that feeling because when a band is at a show and it's late and it's the last band or whatever, it doesn't matter how long it is, and you leave it all on the stage, sometimes you have no words for that fan. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's not a vocal understanding. Sometimes it's just you make eye contact with somebody standing right in front, and you can just see it on their face, and before you realize it, you're singing to them, or you're singing with them.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, and I don't know.
That's why we do this, man. Like,
Right.
That's where our hearts are, is just helping people.
Did you guys see?
honestly.
There's a viral video going around with Dave Grohl and the Foo Fighters are on stage, and they have a fan, and he's wearing Kiss paint all over his face.
Oh, I've seen that.
And they invite him up on stage, and they just wanted I think Dave was just bringing him up because they always bring up fans on stage, and they brought him up there, bring him to do a guitar solo, and he did such a fucking badass job.
He's so good.
Like the F-bomb, right there.
Sorry, Mom.
Yeah, sorry, Mom. Sorry, Mom. But
Don't ground me.
you know, I think that kind of thing, you know,
Yeah.
where they just idolize you, they love you, and it's infectious.
Oh, yeah.
You know? Speaking of infectious, man, so Lost on My Own. I love this.
That's good.
Yeah, good segue, right?
Yeah.
So, Lost on My Own, and let's talk about this here.
Let's do it.
When you guys created Lost on My Own, what was the initial idea behind the song?
Fear. I really, it was one night I was just, I don't know, just stuff was hitting my head pretty hard, and I was just scared, and the lyrics just started to flow on the paper, and it was just all about like not letting that fear and how it was taking me, and then going into the chorus, you know, just like I don't want to be alone, and it was just a whole, just fear, like,
Yeah.
and I ended up just writing my heart out. So
Wow.
it was, yeah.
All right, so we're going to get into this right here, Lost on My Own. When we come back, we're going to talk about you guys being in the music scene and, you know, 2018 and the millennials. We're going to ask you guys some millennial stuff.
Yes.
Let's do it.
And,
We're ready.
Here it is.
There's the questions we were looking for.
yeah, so we're gonna break this down. So in the 9 o'clock hour, we got 15 minutes in front of 9 o'clock right now, Eastern Standard Time. I want to give a huge shout out to all my sponsors, Photo Nation, AP, my man Dave Sheets, handling all my logos for my Thursday night show. Much love, you guys. If you guys want any of your graphic design work, use the hashtag AntmanVs for 5 to 10% off of your first graphic design deal if you message Dave. And take care of you for your photos as well. So he's got some good deals for you for just mentioning AntmanVs. He'll take care of you. And we're going to get into this. I'm going to be right back. You guys ready for this, man? I don't know if you guys are. Share this
heavy.
page. Share this show. Pray for Sleep Band on Facebook. Get ready for this. Find them on Bandcamp. prayforsleep.bandcamp.com and more. We'll be right back after this. Let's get it.
Awesome.
Drifting away from everything that's wrong. to me to make a right so wrong and turn a blessing into a curse.
Some Jasmine Kane for you guys right there. She was at Muddy Creek Saloon last night. If you guys didn't get a chance, check her out, man. Jasmine Kane Music. Find her on Facebook. Find her on her own website, jasminekane.com, for more right there. But that was Hole right there. Some good stuff for you guys. You know, have you guys thought about breaking out of Columbus yet?
We've definitely thought about it. That's about it.
Yeah.
I mean, we're basically we don't want to jump the gun on it.
Right.
So we want to get like good contacts out of state, get good bands that we could either go with or come with us. You know, get like a more established fan base so we know like obviously if you go out and play a show for 10 people, you want to give those 10 people the best show of their lives. But if you can do that for I don't know, 20 people, that would be, you know, twice as good, but
we're planning on it.
Yeah, we're definitely planning on it.
Very smart, very smart. So I want to give a huge shout out right now to Jennifer Reno.
Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Hey, Mom.
Megan Cooper.
Hi, Aunt Megan.
And Kate Miller.
Kate.
We love you.
Dave Sheet says he loves Lost on My Own.
Hey,
Thanks,
thank
dog.
you
We
so
love
much.
you.
And Brandon says that you guys rock. And you know what, man?
Thank
8
you.
Pound Pressure.
Are unreal.
I put a good word in for you guys, and we'll see if we can get you guys on a bill with those guys. All right.
We do have a show May 26th with them.
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
I mean, they're Brandon's such a cool dude in general, so I love
You
him.
know, you guys are in such a unique point of view or unique standpoint. Like just like the band Black Coffee being young themselves, you guys are in a unique standpoint where you know some of the bands that have been in Columbus or around the area are established, and you guys are quite a bit younger than some of those bands that have been around for so long. What would you say to the bands that have been around a long time, you know, that are kind of like, you know, in the first part of the show, I asked you guys, what would you say to the fans and the bands that haven't, but what would you say to the older guys that are watching the show that are like, what are they doing that we're not doing?
The older guys, like the ones that are just
Yeah.
keep at it.
I mean,
Dude,
Yeah,
honestly,
keep going for it.
Honestly, like,
Yeah.
they're just as inspiring whether
Yeah.
they're big or small.
Right.
So
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, and with us, we also like have a very young fan base.
Yeah.
So we want to reach the older crowd, and you know, we want to reach everyone. So like, I mean, we would have no problem playing with any of them because they're all like most of the Columbus scene are just amazing people, but they're amazing musicians too. So I
Right.
mean, these guys are inspiring. Even you know,
right.
doesn't even matter how big or small we are. Like they're still going to be inspiring no matter what.
It's 9 o'clock. We're going to open the phone lines for you guys.
Oh, shoot.
Call us.
614-916-6372. You guys can call in. 916-6372. You guys can call in. So let's get to some millennial stuff.
Yes. Go.
Nice.
All
Ramen
right.
noodles.
So, yeah, right. I don't know if ramen noodles is quite millennial, but
I like
it's
ramen noodles.
surely on to the debate. So, 2018, it's been a year for the fidget spinner.
Oh
It's
yes.
It's been a year for
Oh.
Facebook and Twitter and everything
okay.
else.
Hold on. I got something to say about the fidget spinner.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Here we go.
Go for it, Hayden.
So
You'll
last
shoot your
year,
eye out.
last year, I ordered probably 20 fidget spinners on Amazon,
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
I remember this.
and
wait a
I told my
minute.
friends I'd sell them fidget spinners for $5, and they were $2.50 on Amazon.
Oh my gosh.
But they never came. So I lost like so much money. Shipping and everything. That's all I have to say about fidget spinners. But like they're cool. They're pretty.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh my god.
Carly says, I love these guys so much.
Her middle name's Joe.
Hey Carly.
We love you too, Carly.
Love you, Carly. I like your middle name.
So, what do you guys, what is you guys' take on the millennials and all this whole debate? Because I know, being in a band, first and foremost, being in a band is hard enough. Trying to be a millennial in a band, help me out, guys.
Are we okay? Are we millennial? Are we millennial?
Yes.
Definitely.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
Cool. Okay. We've got problems.
Oh my goodness.
All millennials have problems, and we just make music about it. That's about it.
Now, for everybody at home who's like, "What's a millennial?" A person reaching young adulthood in their early 21st century.
Oh shit,
Right.
All right.
that's deep.
Yeah, that's real deep.
I like
yeah.
that.
So
I'm gonna write a song about it.
now, I'm just kind of curious. You guys being young, looking at millennials and looking at music, and do you guys try to leave the millennial side out of it when you guys are doing music and you guys are talking about what you guys are trying to do?
Honestly, I think when I write the lyrics, like a lot of it's just in general. I mean, we shoot for a younger audience, obviously being younger and knowing what it's like being younger, but that's not to say anything we deal with, people that are older don't deal with too. So, I mean, it's not like our music is targeted towards the millennials, but it's for all ages,
Right.
So
Something for everybody.
definitely, yeah.
Right.
It's like everybody's problems. So
Do you guys foresee using music to, drive the millennial side one way or another? Are you guys just in it to do music to help other people, or are you gonna use your music as a message at some point? If you guys reach a certain level of a fan base, is there like a goal or a specific reach that you guys want to impact more than just music and everything as a whole?
yeah, I mean, people.
Savannah,
PFS,
PFS, everything else.
Oh my, that's Reno's sister. That's funny.
Love you, Savannah.
No, but yeah, it's just for the people. Like when I started this band, I love music and I love people, and this all just ties everything I've ever wanted to do, and really well. So really, what we want to do, if we have good music and we're not helping anybody out, honestly, I wouldn't see a point, just because there's no actual message with the music.
Right.
So that's where our hearts are. Like I said, is the people.
Yeah.
I love performing, but it's even better after having fans come up to you and like loved your show and just impacted by what we actually did.
Yeah.
So that's definitely what we want, just to impact people's lives with our music through the message.
Fair enough. So I've heard you beatboxing a little bit over there during the breaks during the show.
Yeah.
But what other hidden talents does the band have?
You ready? All right.
I don't think
All
I'm
right.
ready.
All right, go.
Oh, mine?
Do your.
Wait, what?
Dude, where's my car? Oh.
You do it.
All right, boogada, boogada, boogada. All right, so I was in the drum line, and
Good.
you just knew how to do that when you were in the drum line. That's it.
Yeah, I just think that's my thing. Grant, what do you
What
got?
even?
As far as hidden talents go, I dabble in artistry and kind of a little bit of
Oh,
graphic
yeah.
design
He doesn't
and
just
stuff,
dabble.
so
He's
working on
so good.
This guy's
that is a
amazing.
little bit.
He's also a certified bad butt.
Bad butt.
Did
bad butt.
Did you design the art that's on your arm right there?
Yes, I worked with Cheech in Uptown Westerville. Shout out to Cheech. Did a
Cheech?
kick-ass
Yeah.
job on my tattoo. So.
Right
Yeah.
on.
That's so good.
It is really good.
It's so good.
What about you, Reno? Any hidden talents besides
Hacking.
hitting things and hacking on your drum?
Of course, that had to be brought up.
Dude, when we practice,
Classic drummer thing.
No. It's not more about practicing. It's more about getting Reno to not drum while we talk about important stuff.
See,
That's
man,
how our
I
practices
just want to
go.
practice all the time, and when you're trying
Oh
to
my.
talk, no, I'm just
Oh
kidding.
my.
It's the
a
stereotypical
problem.
drummer thing to play when everyone's talking. and
It is. It is.
It
It-
really,
yeah.
it really just
It's
happens.
annoying.
But
So
Break the
funny-
mold, Reno.
I do interviews with bands all the time, and I see the drummers. I know who the drummers are because they're fidgeting over on the corner. Like you see them moving, doing whatever, and their head's just a moving.
Yep.
And in their head, their feet are moving, and they're
Oh, yeah.
seeing everything go on. Like it's
you,
crazy.
You should see me at work. My managers don't like it because we have like those metal like salad bowls. I'll just be like slamming them, and they're just like, "Can you please stop?" And I'm like, "No." Like, it just happens. I mean,
Brandon Seymour from 8 Pound Pressure says, cool thing about these guys and Black Coffee, they get it. They understand it's about relationships, not just music.
man, I love Brandon. He's such a cool guy.
I love black coffee, and I love drinking black coffee too.
I love coffee that is black, and I love the band Black Coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, have you guys seen the new music video for Black Coffee yet?
I don't believe I have.
Yeah, so I'll drop the link for you guys. You guys can
Heck
check it
yeah.
out, man.
Awesome.
Good stuff right there. But so speaking of good stuff, hardcore insomnia. Now, for everybody out there who has hardcore insomnia, you don't have to read too hard in between the lines to understand what these boys are talking about here. So
We're sleep deprived.
we're right,
More or
exactly. Yeah.
There it goes.
There he goes. No, you know, I think I might have you guys do a vocal drop at the end of the show. You're listening to AntmanVs, like whatever.
Hey,
I
yeah.
might have you guys do some
I'm
spots.
down.
But so hardcore insomnia. Fill me in, guys. Other than hardcore insomnia and your need for black coffee and a little bit of 8-pound
Yeah.
and a little bit of 8-pound pressure for some hardcore insomnia.
Yeah.
No, what was the influence behind the song? What's the biggest influence behind hardcore insomnia?
Well, I mean, the name, Pray
Lack
for
of
Sleep,
I mean,
right?
yeah.
But honestly, I think I took it too as a standpoint because I was still in school writing it. Everybody at school, the number one thing everybody complains out, that and the workplace, both, school and work, is sleep. Like,
Yeah.
dude, I am so tired. I didn't get enough sleep last night. Do this, do that. So it's real. Insomnia is a very real thing.
It is.
But it's also, I took it as like literally everybody deals with this. So I just thought, we were going to call it I forget what we were going to call it exactly, but hardcore insomnia fit it so well. Like, just people don't sleep enough, honestly.
It's true.
It's not just me, not just it. I mean, everybody. It's always a complaint. Like, I didn't get enough sleep last night. So
He did a really good job on like the lyrics conveying the message behind it. I mean, that's even like outside of the sleep thing, that's kind of our whole message. Like, everyone deals with something.
right. Yeah.
And our goal is to like make sure people don't feel alone because like you might feel like, oh, I'm the only one who deals with this, but like no, there's millions of people who deal with something every day. So that's kind of our goal, is to make everyone feel included.
It's also too, we talk about making sure people don't feel alone in their darkest hours. Like, before you go to
Yep.
sleep is when a lot of things rush to your head.
Always,
That's when like
man,
things
always.
just start hitting you super hard, and that's why people usually can't sleep, is like so much in their head. So that was just a huge message behind that, is like the one line in there, insomnia is taking over me. It's just all the bad stuff just hitting you very hard right before you're about to go to sleep. And so that's that.
All right, guys, let's get into this right now. Hardcore insomnia right now. Pray for Sleep. Make sure you guys find them on Facebook. Pray for Sleep Band on Facebook. Show some love. Let's share this video, y'all. I want to give a huge shout out to everybody in the chat room hanging out with us, man. Share this video. Let everybody know. We got douchebag criminals come up later in the show. We got a whole lot more. You guys ready for this? Let's get it right now. Hardcore insomnia.
These sleepless nights are getting the best of me. I am lost, can't figure out reality. Why can't I leave this place? I don't know my own face. Insomnia's taking me. When I die, oh! Whisper
Penis.
Oh, chill.
Hayden.
Hardcore insomnia about some penis. Is that what I heard?
Oh my gosh.
Live right here. Pray for sleep. Hardcore insomnia with some personal problems on the side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope the moms aren't listening.
Hey,
It's
Mom.
a family
No,
show.
no,
Jeez.
my mom. Okay, we're not gonna get into this. You know, Mom. You know what I'm talking about. Okay. We all know.
Okay, no.
We all know.
Should we say it?
You say it. Yeah.
Please explain, because
Okay.
this sounds really
Okay.
bad.
Yeah. Okay. So the reason why Hayden said previously what he said.
Yeah.
So before every show, we even had a parade before we started playing live. So this is 3 shows. Before every show, we take and we all eat a peanut. Right?
Single
It's
peanut.
just a single peanut tradition. Right? We're sitting there at Big Room Bar before we're about to go on. We take it, and Hayden's mom peers around, like just peeps around the corner and goes, "Penis is awesome." And we were like, "What?" And she was like, "Oh, peanuts." And we were like, "Oh God, Mom." It was just so. It was.
And then the other band
Yeah.
in there's like, what'd she just say?
Yeah.
We were all like, "Oh, jeez,
Yeah,
Hayden's
It's,
Mom.
it's an
You better-
inside joke.
Yeah.
Right.
You better
Yeah.
watch your mouth around us, Mom, because we might call you
Very
out.
impressionable.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Hey, Chris.
Hey.
Chris, call in. Anyway,
Chris,
You guys, yeah, man. You guys want to call in, man? We'll open the phone lines.
wanna
Somebody-
talk to some people.
614-916-6372 right there. Lines are open. You guys can call in and be part of the show. 15 minutes after 9
Let's
o'clock.
talk.
We got douchebag criminals coming up at the end of the show.
oh shoot.
A lot of people asking about douchebag criminals these days, and that's where we find 3 worthless people that are just completely wasting our air by doing stupid criminal crime stuff. And we talk about it live on air because we like to make ourselves feel better.
fair enough.
No, so I mean, just kind of give you guys a little insight. So, you guys know the McDonald's Monopoly cards and the things you pull off every year, your Coke
Right,
or your
right.
fries.
Trying
All
to
right.
win money.
Well, an armed robber, a knife man, we'll call him, stole a bunch of those cards. And, not to mention, we got people setting fires in Walmart. And we got dudes attacking people over socks.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Bless
was
you.
violent.
Bless
was-
you.
Yeah.
that was my reaction to that.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. So just keep in mind, you need to take care of people's stocks, otherwise you get a
Definitely.
sword. Like,
Jeez.
I don't know. So we got some new stuff going on tonight, man. It's 16 after 9 o'clock. I'm gonna throw some new music at you guys. So this one right here is from my man Reggie Foster, and it's called "Kill Me Inside." I want to throw this out there for you guys. We're gonna check this out. It's about 3.5 minutes long. We'll be right back after this to give you guys a chance to share the video. Get ready for the last 2 songs. We have "Nails on the Walls" and "Slaves to Sadness" coming up from Pray for Sleep. Make sure you guys share this video. Let's get some love in here. Get a bunch of people in here for the last 2 songs and douchebag criminals in the end of the show. And we'll give you guys a chance to call in and be all fun of that. The call lines are open. So let's get through this right now. Kill Me Inside. We'll be right back with the guys from Pray for Sleep. Oh, I'm so glad the camera wasn't up for that.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Good.
Kill Me Inside from Reggie Foster music right there. What's going on, everybody? Susie Morgan says, great guys, great band.
Love you, Grandma. I'm serious. That's Grandma.
There you go.
So, hanging out live here, 21 minutes after 9 o'clock. The phone lines are open. You guys want to call in? 614-916-6372. You guys can call in. So, a lot of people, when they watch the podcast, they're not used to the phone lines being open. They're not used to phone lines on a podcast. I don't know. I guess podcasts don't have phones.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know. But anyway.
Unspoken rule.
Hey, you guys.
Is somebody calling?
Is that a call?
Oh,
Here
yeah.
we go.
Hey, baby.
You're live, Ant-Man Versus with Pray for Sleep.
Hi, this is Kenzie.
Baby.
Hey, Kenzie.
That's my girlfriend.
What's up, Kenzie?
Hi, guys.
How you doing, Kenzie?
Hi, Kenzie. How are you tonight?
I'm well. How are you?
Good, good. Thank you for calling in tonight.
Of course.
So tell me, how do you know these boys, these guys?
Last year, I wrote a story on them for a journalism class I was taking in school. Hayden and I had math together. That was a good time.
That's a good time, yeah.
And now I'm dating Cameron, and I just follow them around everywhere.
It's accurate.
We actually delivered a shirt to her before we were even
yeah.
dating. So that's
Kind of
cool.
smooth it over.
I remember that.
No,
Yeah,
so,
Reno thought Kenzie's friend was hot.
Oh.
Oh.
Whoa.
Throw me under the bus, why don't you?
I didn't know that.
Anyway.
Anyway, so
Segway.
right, you got them all turned red in here. That's awesome. So you're calling in and you're actually dating one of the awesome guys from the band. So is there any inside information you want to spill while live on the show?
Oh, God.
Careful,
no.
Kenzie. Be careful.
They love Little Caesar's pizza.
Oh,
and it's
yeah.
the
Yeah.
Impossible Pizza, which is very fitting for a band.
You want to buy us one, like, right now?
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
my gosh. Let her speak.
I'm just kidding.
Bring it to the studio. You still there?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. So Little Caesar's Pizza. What is something that you could tell about your man that nobody else knows that won't get you in trouble?
Oh, God.
Oh.
Use your words
I don't
carefully.
know. You look to everybody. I don't know, Cameron. You want to out yourself right now?
Out myself.
There's a fight going on right now.
Ooh, there's some tension.
I don't know.
I don't know that there's anything I know that everyone else doesn't.
Gotcha.
Boring.
Boring.
Well.
Right on. All right. Was there anything you want to? Is there anything you want to say? Anything you want to, chime in with or anything while you're live on the show with the guys?
It's an honor to follow you guys everywhere you go.
Thank you.
I'm your biggest fan.
We love you.
Mm-hmm. Reno said it best.
Love you back.
Aw.
Have a wonderful night, Kenzie.
You're gonna make me all warm inside.
All
All
right.
right.
Well,
While you guys are there, I'm stuck doing high school homework, so I'll
Ooh.
get
Yep.
back to that now.
all right. Well, thank you for calling in the show, ma'am. Appreciate you.
Yeah, of course. You guys have fun.
Bye.
She's a doll.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Love her.
Yeah. So, what is it like to balance schoolwork, homework, all that stuff, and try to be relevant in a band today, and try to carry all that?
Hayden.
It's a challenge, but it's definitely doable. Ooh.
Oh. Another.
Racking them up tonight.
Let's go.
Let's talk about school.
What's up? You're live, Ant-Man Versus with Pray for Sleep.
Hi.
Hi. Who are we on the phone with?
I'm Carly.
Carly.
The girlfriend circle rotates.
The girlfriends.
Here we go.
What's up, Carly? And so, whose wonderful girlfriend would you be in the band?
The obvious choice, Hayden Kistler.
Whoa.
I'm offended. I don't like that.
Triggered?
I love you all.
Carly would kind of know too about the school thing, dating you. Like Carly, what Hayden's stress level when he's got this whole senior project versus the band, all of this stuff. Can you explain Hayden's stress for us?
Oh my gosh. It's a lot. Like between like work and like the band stuff. Like, thank God that school band is like finished because I think that he would die.
Oh yeah, the marching band.
That was so hard to record songs around that for
It
sure.
was.
The
Yeah, we-
struggle is real though.
definitely
It is.
Like
that.
when you're talking about high school band and you're talking about the finals or projects or SATs, dude. Like it is real, and
It is.
and the parents are like, "Oh, I understand." Like, no, no, you don't.
But like honestly, at the end of the day, like it's kind of cool to be in the position that I am in right now because people can look at me and be like, "Okay, you can balance school, a job, band, like high school band, and do music too. You can balance that all and do well in all of them. You just got to work hard. Like that's it."
Definitely, yeah.
You
I
gotta
put
prioritize.
I
you
put
know?
C
Right.
for every answer on my ACT.
Oh my god.
Good job.
You still got a 14 on it.
Yeah, I got a 14.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. You're going
C is
places.
C's get degrees.
I don't think that's the same.
That's not how that works.
Hey, but then I took it again and got a 30. So
Yeah.
The oldest member of the band says, "I don't think that's the thing."
That's definitely not.
Grant.
So, being a girlfriend in the band, first and foremost, thank you for tolerating all the nonsense that happens, because there's a lot of nonsense, and a lot of the ladies in that support us know exactly what we're talking about. But what is something that you could tell the fans of Pray for Sleep that nobody else knows?
Go Weber.
Oh,
Careful.
Mm.
Dun,
I'm
dun,
excited.
dun.
I don't know if there's anything that like I could expose them for.
They don't want
I
to
mean, they're pretty
tell.
good guys.
Yeah.
You guys have them wrapped up pretty good. Like, they won't tell nothing. There was a pre-planned meeting before the interview, wasn't there? Like, don't.
Carly, she designed some of our artwork that we use in some posts and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
a really good artist.
She's a really good photo editor too.
Yeah. We love you, Carly.
Love you guys too.
Aw.
Well, thank you for calling in, Carly. Is there anything you want to say to the guys, or anybody you want to shout out while you're live on the show? Because this is worldwide.
Okay, well, I'd like to say that I'm very proud of you guys for everything that you've done, and I can't wait to follow you along the route that you've chosen.
Aw.
Aww.
What a sweetheart.
That was so nice.
Thanks, Carly.
I promised myself I wasn't gonna cry. Right on. Well, thank you for calling in tonight, Carly. We appreciate you.
No problem.
Bye, Carly.
Bye.
You guys as fans and girlfriends alike are awesome. And everybody that's been a part of the show tonight, thank you guys for hanging out with us, man, and sharing this video. It's been fun, man. That was
Thank you.
about half an hour left of the show already.
Jeez,
go.
we've been here for
All right.
an hour and a half.
So, Nails on Walls.
Mm.
Let's break this down.
Mm.
Who wrote the song?
Like lyrics
Yep.
or yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
To clarify,
Oh.
that's Cam.
Yeah.
Here we go again. Who is it this time? They can talk about.
What's going on? You're live with Pray for Sleep on AntmanVs. What's up?
What up?
What's
Chris!
up? No, that's Dave. That's Dave.
Oh,
Sheets.
Dave!
These guys sound so similar.
We're just as excited.
What's up, Dave?
Hey, dude, you guys, I mean, I'm not going to bullshit. I've seen probably 10,000 bands. I've been working in music for at least 20 years. I've seen tons and tons and tons of bands I can't even count. You guys have superior talent, and you guys are going to go somewhere in this industry.
Thank you.
Dude, thank you so much.
Bam.
That seriously, that means a lot to us. So that we really
Yeah.
appreciate it.
We hear that and we don't take that for granted. Like if we could, we just plaster it up in our practice room. and be like,
Yes.
Look at that every single time. Be like, my man just said that.
Dave.
But I do have a serious question for you, though.
Hit us.
Okay.
Boxes of briefs.
So,
Oh.
so when Ant-Man and I were your age, young tykes, I mean, we had to walk to school.
Watch it.
Uphill both ways.
Watch it.
When, our hormones were raging at that age, we had a channel on a TV, and it would be staticky. And, once in a while, you'd see a nip slip.
Skinamax.
Oh.
Some moaning. So it was like a scrambled adult channel, and that's what we had. Either that or we had to steal our mom's Victoria's Secret catalog.
Oh
goodness.
But now, with you guys, being young, your hormones are raging, you have
swear,
smartphones, and you have access to all this knowledge and material. Do your parents keep a tight lock on your phones and put parental controls on them?
Oh my gosh.
Are they crazy with it?
That's legit.
Well, I for one have nothing to say.
He just threw down that mic.
Mic drop, literally.
I for two have nothing to say.
You know, I will say something. I don't have any restrictions on my phone, but the thing I do have is a good relationship with my parents. They trust me, so I do have that on my side. Teenagers are teenagers, but I think we do a good job of being respectful men, and I want to keep it that way. So,
heck yeah.
Hey, that's good. And that falls on your parents. That shows what kind of people your parents are.
Exactly.
Yeah, we have amazing parents. That's for sure.
Right.
What about you, Grant? You're 21. You've got some experience.
Yeah, I mean, I was raised in a home. I also have built a strong relationship with my parents. Got good trust. I'm not like locked in a closet or anything. I have access if I wanted it, but I've been raised in a way that I don't feel I need it.
Wow.
There you go, Grant.
Right on.
Right on, man.
Well, thanks, Dave, for calling in, man.
If I'd probably be in jail. If we had cell phones when I was a kid with, what they can do today, I probably would have been at the police station.
Oh, yeah. There's no freaking bleeping. There's no bleeping doubt, bro. We both would have been in jail.
Bleeping doubt.
Bleeping.
Hey, where's your guys' next show at in the Central Ohio area?
May 9th, Big Room Bar.
Yeah, with Counterfeit. They're
Dubay.
awesome.
It's, if I remember right, it's 7 p.m. doors, and then we go on at 7:30.
Are there ticket sales?
Yeah. So far, we've actually sold all of our physical tickets.
Yeah.
But we do.
Right on.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's just because we have amazing fans. But you can get it online. If you do have the Bands in Town app, I put it up there for everyone to see. I'm going to try to get it on the Facebook page as well. It should have a ticket link for you.
All right. Well, I will tell you, I haven't bought a ticket in probably 10 years. Whenever I come see you guys, I'm going to buy a ticket.
Awesome, dude. Thank you.
You're the best, man.
And, I'll bring my camera and snap some photos.
Yes, thank you, dude.
That'd be awesome.
So, hey, good luck, guys. I enjoyed hearing you. And can I download your music?
Yeah.
For sale or?
Oh yeah, it's on
Spotify, iTunes,
everything.
YouTube, anywhere it should be.
Awesome. Well, good luck, guys. Hey, Ant, thank you for having these guys on, man.
Oh, no, man. Thank you, dude. I appreciate you, man. And I love what I do, being able to reach out to local bands and local businesses and everybody, man. It's not just one person. It's everybody that makes this thing go around,
And then, wait, I came in late on the game because I'm smoking a pork butt. Are these guys playing Rock on the Range?
Yeah, bro.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, bro. They won. They won.
Sweet.
Sunday, May 20th.
Yeah, and then
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
You guys need to make sure you guys go to Rock Out Camp Out too, because they're doing the Rock Out Camp Out. I know you guys might not want to play that show, but you guys can at least show up, make an appearance to the people that are going to be coming to Rock on the Range.
Definitely,
because there's going to be a lot of people. It's going to be an awesome opportunity for y'all to just show some face and
seriously
shake some babies and kiss some moms and dads.
Yes, shake some babies.
Right,
Is that what being a rock star is like?
All right, Dave. Thank you, man.
On a serious note, though, if someone wants to get a hold of me, I can talk to you about some things that you should possibly do while you're there.
All right.
All right.
Just a couple pointers. I know it's exciting. You're going to walk around, but you need to be shaking hands and rubbing elbows while you have the opportunity. So,
And we gotta take this call. All right, Dave. I love you, man.
Bye.
Thanks, Dave.
Oh, and that person just
Oh, call
decides
back.
to hang up.
Call back.
You gotta
Yeah.
do it.
We can't be rude and just cut people off. Like, shut up. Next call.
All right,
Like,
bye.
No. Yeah, right. Thank you. Bye bye. No.
Oh, Brandon just said it too. We are gonna play Muddy Creek Saloon on the 26th of this month as well.
Yeah.
That one's gonna be an amazing show. Got a lot of good bands on that.
Yeah, man. Jennifer Reno Houston says, yes, you do. The best parents in the world. Dave, they will be at Muddy Creek. Yeah, you just said that on the 26th. Carly, she says, well, now
Oh,
that
my.
he brought it up, I need
Here
to
we
know
go.
boxers or briefs.
Oh.
Well, Hayden, that's your girlfriend.
I think you're gonna have to answer that, man.
Oh, shit. And on that note, we're gonna be a commercial break. We'll be right back after this. While we go to church, we'll be back.
Yes.
Go Jesus. We love him.
Speaking of nails on the wall, no, I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
Yeah, that's a good. Yeah, that's a good segue. Boxes or briefs to nails on the walls.
There
Like,
you go.
this is a family-oriented show. You perverts. Just kidding. All right. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Oh.
All right, let's get it right now. You're live with Pray for Sleep on AntmanVs. What's up?
Hey, it's Morgan.
What's up, babe?
Morgan!
Another girlfriend.
The girlfriend circle has continued.
What if that's Chris, bro? Can we cut off Morgan?
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
Oh, come on.
I'm just
Bro,
kidding.
it's
Before,
I'm kidding,
folks.
Morgan. It's a joke. It's a joke.
We love you, Morgan.
So, hanging out live. What's going on?
What's going on?
So, what? I have a question, actually.
Okay.
What's up?
Shoot for it.
What is your favorite song that's not Pray for Sleep to play?
The Lines by Beartooth. There it is.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
mine.
not
That's
surprised
mine.
it's Beartooth.
I would fall in the same boat.
Yeah.
I
I
think
think song to play.
It's a
It's
good
fun.
boat to fall into.
For
Yeah.
for me, it would have to be City of Stars on piano from La La Land.
Cool.
I think mine.
No
mine
shame in your
changes.
game, bro.
Yeah,
no
no, that's
shame.
good. That's
Jazz,
song.
bro.
Yeah.
Mine changes like when
Every
it's
day.
like metal stuff, but when it comes to like all music in general, Tom Sawyer by Rush.
Right on.
I finally
Okay.
learned it a few years ago, and that's like home for me. That song. So
All right.
Awesome.
Cool.
There you go, Morgan.
Thanks, Morgan.
Thank you.
you the best.
You're welcome.
We'll see you
Probably
around.
tomorrow.
Yeah. probably.
Yeah, probably.
Probably tomorrow.
All right.
All right, Morgan. Thank you for the call.
Yeah, of course.
Bye.
She said, of course.
All right, great.
That's my girl.
Get your
Amy
girlfriend.
Beth.
Yeah, where's Kira at?
So,
She's gotta
Amy
go.
Beth, she says she's listening. Shout out to Amy Beth, by the way. She's a longtime fan and friend of the show. So,
Awesome.
What's up,
Amy Beth,
Amy?
she says, are they old enough to ask them about their underwear?
Some of us.
We're legally old enough.
I'm s-
Mentally, I don't think I'm ready for that kind of
We're-
question.
we're-
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh, here we
Oh
go.
no.
The
Who is it?
questions are just
It's got to be
piling
Chris.
up.
Who is
You are
this?
live. Pray for sleep on AntmanVs. What's up?
Hey,
Hey.
Chris.
Chris!
We did it.
Oh, yeah.
What's
Oh,
up,
my
dog?
life thing's a little behind, but hey, guys.
What's up?
Oh, not much. At my house, Cameron, you should come over afterwards.
All right. I'm there. I'm there, homie.
Just threw that in there.
But earlier you were asking about some exposing, and I think I'm the guy to expose them.
Why?
Oh
Of
Oh,
course,
God.
the
Okay.
merch guy.
I've been waiting for this guy all night.
All right. So Reno, in
Oh, no.
everyday situations, he's just gonna be like, "Oh, wait a minute," and then you just hear this really loud
Yeah,
necessary. But he just always says, "Oh, wait a minute," and then it happens, and you're like, "Reno."
All right. What
I'm
about
not
what,
even mad about that. I mean,
what
that's
about
just the
Hayden?
truth.
What about Hayden?
Go down the line.
Okay,
Oh,
Hayden.
man.
Let's see.
Be nice to him.
Well, okay, besides the obvious, hey, I'm Hayden. Hey, Hayden, you want to come see a show with us? No, I want to hang out with my girlfriend.
Oh, shoot.
Lay down
All
the
right,
hammer.
man, all right.
All right. Cameron. Oh boy, where to begin?
Shut up, bro.
Oh my gosh.
Let's see.
He can't even choose.
This is
There's
bad.
so much.
I had all this time to think about it, but I couldn't think of anything. You know what, Cameron? Oh, well, you're late to things. I guess that's all I got.
Oh, yeah. But he's also the vocalist.
Always late to things. And Grant, well, I don't really know him that much, but
Aha, I
I just
escaped.
think he's 6 out of 10.
Oh,
6 out of 10.
hey, that's
That's better than
a
5 out of
high
10.
Hey,
average, dude.
that's
good.
that's on the high point.
Dang, man.
Well, that's all I got. That's my exposure. You guys rock, and I'll see you at all the shows because I have the van.
Yeah.
Love you, Chris.
Love you, Chris.
Thanks, Chris, for calling in, man. We appreciate you.
Yeah, of course.
See you, Chris.
Bye, Chris.
Oh man! So this proves that your fan base is absolutely batshit crazy.
Chris, we love you.
Yeah.
though.
It's also
Yeah.
like, dude, our fan base is like, everyone is like that.
Yeah.
We're all friends.
You know, it's
Oh, yeah.
important, man. It's important for that. You know, I want to give a huge shout out to everybody that's chiming into the show, man. We have this.
what just
Nick-
happened?
What
One
Kenzie
of the
said.
comments that just
Hayden
Got
is scared
thrown
of the
up.
dark.
Oh, no.
Cameron has a Toy Story comforter.
guys.
I've had it since I was 1 year old.
Cameron, you big baby.
So let's break into nails on walls because
Let's get it.
it's a good segue for this right now. Everybody's talking about some being scared of the dark and stuff, and blankets.
Hayden's also scared of a big dog.
Big dogs.
Man,
My dog's not that big.
his dog is awesome.
Your dog is cool. That's all I have to say.
Nails on walls. Make sure you guys check them out, man. Pray for Sleep Band on Facebook. Share this video. Share this video, please. Let's
Do
get
it.
some awareness for these guys. And get ready if you have not. Rockin' Range is right around the corner, man. Going to be a killer show this summer. So make sure you guys check them out. And let's get into this right now. Nails on walls.
Looking at the pictures of my past, I can't pick up this broken glass. Everything's going through my head so fast. How long will this last?
So, when we're talking about nails on walls, gentlemen, we're not even talking about like the whole, girlfriend at home kind of stuff. Like we're talking about more like the darker side of things, correct?
Yeah, actually, that song is about my parents and when they divorced and stuff. So
Yeah.
a lot of people probably look at it and it's like, oh, it's about a girl. It's
Not quite.
actually not at all. But,
So we have one song left, "Slaves to Sadness." We're gonna say that for the tail end of the show. 9:47 right now, Eastern Standard Time. I say Eastern Standard Time because a lot of people tune in the UK, Australia, Ireland, and Iceland for some reason. I don't know. We must keep them warm up that far. I don't know. That's cool. I don't know. But lots of great music around the world. And I want to take time right now to give a shout out to everybody that's been a part of the show this evening, all the Music Familia. We call you guys Music Familia because, after all, music family shows. That's all it came. That's how it started. That's what it all comes down to. So I want to give a huge shout out to everybody. I love you guys for the support. I love you guys for all the shares and pushes and everything that you guys do. And all the artists, musicians, all the audio, everything you guys have heard from the show tonight is all made locally, homegrown. So I want to give a huge shout out to everybody that has a hand in being able to be part of Homegrown. And make sure you support local, man. Get out, see a show, support local music and local businesses because obviously that's where it's at. I want to give a huge shout out to Jennifer Reno. She says, Reno eats sandwiches by holding them with a napkin to avoid germs.
Oh my!
Is that for real?
When I don't wash my hands, yeah. I mean, like, what else, right?
Uh-oh.
Oh, God.
Oh,
yeah.
here we go. More roasting.
Yeah. Let the roasting begin.
Please be nice.
You are live with Pray for Sleep on AntmanVs. What's going on?
Hey, it's Kate.
Kate!
Hi, Kate. How are you?
Hi, I'm great. I just wanted to call because everyone else was doing this fun trend. So, you guys have been doing so awesome tonight. It's been so much fun listening to you.
We couldn't have done
Thanks,
it without the Ant-Man himself.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I love all you guys, man. Everybody. Hopefully, we're getting some more fans and some more followers out of it, man.
Definitely,
Tune in
definitely.
every week. We do this every week
Yeah,
live. So
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So it's up and coming, But so what's your question or what's your dirt or what's your
Something.
What's your boggle?
Roast Chris for roasting us, Kate.
Oh, no.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Get him, Kate. Get him.
I just wanted to say, like, I was thinking about this when you guys were just talking about your music and outreaching to people, and I thought, like, metal is definitely not, like, the genre I would go to when I'm, like, listening to music. When I think about, like, what I want to listen to, it's always kind of, like, really soft acoustics kind of stuff, but I just think it's so interesting how, like, your music was really what broke me into the genre, and, like, it's not even, like, the style, it's just how powerful your meaning is and how much passion you have in your music. I think that's really what just kind of drove me to listening to more in the genre, because I was like, well, if theirs is, a little bit powerful, then there's got to be something else in the genre like it. And so I found a few, and I like it now. So I think that's, like, something that's really different about your music, is it's kind of like a breakthrough into the genre for people who aren't really used to metal music. So I just wanted to let you guys know that.
That's awesome,
because you
Kate.
guys
That's
have
so nice.
That hit me right in the feels.
talent
Right
and
there.
passion.
I have a question for you, Kate. So as a female watching the type of band that Pray for Sleep is, how does it make you feel? Not being a fan before, but being a fan now. How do you look at it differently than you did before? If you're willing to share that.
Let me think. Not being, like, a fan before, I don't know. I guess before, like, I just thought it was just, people screaming, and it was just, like, angry music, and I didn't like the idea of just listening to angry music and being angry about things. But I guess also the genre seems very, like, male-orientated, and just not, like, a place for women sometimes. But I think now, listening to more of it, it's like, it's not angry at all. There's, like, a lot of art and
kind of poetic meaning behind a lot of the music, especially with Slaves to Sadness. That's such a powerful song, and I love listening to it. And it really, it's so strong. It just kind of peps me up when I need something like that. So I think the genre has really just shifted over time, and I think that's something that's really cool.
I'll tell you what. How about we do this? This will be a first on Ant-Man Versus. First of all, congratulations. This is the first band that every significant other called in during the show. So congrats. So all the ladies that you guys are seeing, all 4 of them called in to be part of the show. That's a first on the show. And so, would you like to introduce Slaves to Sadness, Kate?
Do it.
Oh my gosh.
She's like, huh?
Yeah.
All you have to do. I'll tell you what. All you have to do. We're gonna do this right now. We'll do it officially right here on Ant-Man Versus. All right. So you're gonna say, all right, you're listening to "Pray for Sleep" on Ant-Man Versus, and here's "Slaves to Sadness." All right. I'll give you I'll give you a 3 count. All right. We'll go 3, 2, and then on 1 you go ahead and do the intro. We'll go right into the song, and we'll hang up and we'll go right into the song. All right.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
We love you, Kate.
3, 2, go.
All right, you're listening to Pray for Sleep on Ant-Man, and this is Slaves to Sadness.
All right, let's get it right now. You heard it from Kate. Let's get it. Slaves to Sadness. Thanks, Kate. there, Slave to Sadness. New stuff right there, Pray for Sleep. So, my man Jim trying to call in says not available. We're available. We are, I promise. Call back in. Right now. Right now.
Right now.
Do it now.
I
Right
want to
now.
talk to you, Jim.
Jim, if you can hear my voice, just call the number back right now.
He's so cool, man. I like him.
Yeah, Jim.
Jim.
Go ahead, Jim. I got you, man. We'll open the phones up for you real quick. You can call in.
I almost wanted to say Jimothy.
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 I won't even try to say the last name because I will.
Schertzinger.
I will surely.
Schwarzenegger.
It's Schertzinger.
Hey, here he is.
You're live with Pray for Sleep and Ant-Man Versus. What's up?
Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Jim. Been trying to call in.
Jim, my
Hey,
man.
Jim.
I'm so sorry. It's been very busy here this evening.
How's it going,
I
man?
imagine. Good. So I got to see you guys live at the Battle of the Bands thing, and was really impressed. You guys sound great. Very raw sound. I'm curious, what is like the musical influence that you guys have? What are the bands or the styles that kind of shape the way you guys write your music?
Honestly, we love Beartooth, lyric and instrumental wise. Just how raw the vocals sound, and also the lyrics. Just how Caleb, it's just straight up lyrics. You don't have to beat around a bush to figure out what I'm trying to say in the song. And same with the instrumentals. Hayden can talk about just how simple it is.
Yeah, I mean, Cam already said it. The riffs we make in the studio, they're just simple, like, cutthroat riffs.
Raw.
Just it's, you don't need, well, for us, you don't need anything crazy to get the point across. So that kind of translates to the instruments. So.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm curious, do you guys write the lyrics first and then music around it, or is it opposite? Do you have like riffs in mind and then kind of write the lyrics to go with it?
So the writing process itself, we actually usually go instrumental first, get a feel for what that is. Like Lost on My Own, like hearing that and then feeling fear and all that kind of just like fused the song. We usually will write some instrumental stuff, and I'll just start thinking about what I'm feeling with that song, because I know a lot of bands usually write the lyrics and then the instruments over that. We kind of feel the music first, and then I'll write over what we
I feel like
got.
you get further. I feel like sometimes you get further when you do it like that.
Yeah.
If you look at past artists, past bands, over the course of over time, you look at some of the more famous albums that we all know and love so much, and you look at the way they wrote it, and oftentimes you can tell right off the bat, oh, that was written first. This was put in there last. This was this. But when you guys look at the overall of, Slaves to Sadness, Nails on the Wall, when you guys break down these songs, you're seeing a whole different type of writing process, I think.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it is different. There's not a lot of bands that kind of write the way we do, where the instruments kind of go first, and we feel that, and then.
Well, and if you listen to like the old edits that we have, we'll go in with our producer to kind of do like pre-production and do all the instrumental stuff, and Cam will kind of either write off that or already have lyrics down.
Yeah.
But once he puts the lyrics in, then we kind of go back to the instrumental parts and say, okay, does this still fit here?
Yeah.
And switch all that stuff.
Gotcha.
So, great question.
Right on, Jim. Well, thank you, man, for calling in. I appreciate you tonight, and I'm sorry that it was so busy we couldn't get you in earlier.
Oh,
so.
no worries. Good luck, guys.
Thank you, Jim.
All right. Well, you guys, we got quite a many good calls this evening.
Yeah,
right?
sure.
Yeah. So this is the fun part of the show.
Here we go.
Douchebag criminals, ladies and gentlemen. So this is the part of the show where everybody loves douchebag criminals, and this is what we do during the show. You guys get an opportunity to see the 3 douchebag criminals that I picked for the day, and when we do douchebag criminals, this is a weekly favorite segment that we find 3 douchebags that are completely wasting space and air and life and everything to do stupid shit. And we're going to do it and talk about it right here on the show. Like, for instance, this lovely gentleman right here. So, this guy looks like Sean Penn's worst nightmare. Man angry over socks attacks two with sword in Hudson. So, Hudson, Florida. Hudson man is behind bars after deputies say he attacked two people with a sword because he was angry over socks. Pasco deputies called to a home in Lauderdale Street Tuesday afternoon for the incident. According to an arrest report, 47-year-old Brandon McRae started arguing with people inside his home and accused several of them of stealing his socks. Did he look in the washer and dryer? That was my first question. The report states that McRae threatened people in the home, saying he would be back and they would all be sorry. Deputies say McRae then left the home and returned with a ninja sword. And then he used to injure two people by hacking them.
Goodness.
With this sword. Now, mind you, anybody who's been in the area to a novelty shop like water beds and stuff or, whatever, you see the novelty swords, those things that hang up. They're like $29.95, whatever.
Right.
But they're like, oh, these are genuine. Some little dude forged this thing. Like, no, for $29.95, he did not forge this thing. Mm-hmm. But this is the kind of sword we're talking about here. So this 47-year-old man returns to the home and starts smacking, you heard me, smacking two females with this ninja sword. Deputies say that McRae come back. He injured two people. One woman identified as a suspect's ex-girlfriend suffered a large and significant cut on her leg from the sword, according to the arrest report. And deputies say McRae also swung the sword at a man's head and neck. That victim suffered injuries to his hands and arms, and the arrest report states that the man also nearly lost several of his fingers in the attack. McRae left the home after the attack and was taken into custody at neighbor's house. He is facing both charges of domestic aggravated battery with a deadly weapon and attempted murder. Both victims were taken to the regional medical center and are expected to be okay.
What?
Glad they're okay.
So, this lovely thing. So, right here, Douglasville, Georgia. Customers were forced out of a local Walmart, because it only happens at Walmart, when police say someone tried to start a fire inside the store. Workers and customers are being kept out of the store along Thornton Road in Lilia Springs, simply because Nufreto Juarez, a teen, started a fire in a shopping cart in Walmart with cotton balls and possibly other cosmetic products, as he's seen in the tape dumping all these contents into a shopping cart. The shopping cart seen here. You can see the contents in the shopping cart. You can see the cardboard that he ripped up. You can see the cotton balls that he ripped up. The one thing that he didn't think about when he was putting this together was, I'm in Walmart. I'm waiting. Anybody? Why would you not want to start a fire in Walmart? Oh, because there's fire alarms everywhere. Oh, man. Investigators say the young man was taken into custody, but no charges have been filed at this point. You want to know why? Because he's a minor.
Oh, man.
Oof.
The store remains closed, and there's no word on when it's going to be reopened because the damage is so extensive. Yeah.
That boy reminds me of myself.
This one time.
Hope he didn't do it.
So, a funny story. I'll share it with you guys. So, Toys R Us. Imagine a wee little Ant-Man. Smaller than myself, because I'm pretty short. But a wee little Ant-Man at Toys R Us, and I found out why they put the Power Wheels and the batteries for the Power Wheels in separate departments. Me and my cousin went to Toys R Us, and we found the batteries that go to the Power Wheels cars. So we took them out of the box, we found a shelf, and behind the shelf, they have the little power outlets. So we found a power outlet, plugged the battery in, and let it charge behind some product, like move some boxes, to hide it so it would charge. We went to the toy section because you can go and demo all the video games. You go over to the video game section. Mm-hmm. So we went over there for like 2-3 hours, played a bunch of games until the green light came on, and we went bay to bay to bay until we found the Power Wheels vehicle that the battery matched and plugged it in. And my background is warehousing and factory work, so I know how to take the metal racks apart in the warehouses, in the Walmart and stuff. So I took the rack apart, the front part of the rack off, and my buddy grabbed the front end of the big wheel, the power wheel, and I grabbed the back end of the power wheel, and we found out why plastic tires and polished floors don't go together in Toys R Us. So started to make my way onto the carpet. I was inside the power wheel. The plastic wheels, they're like plastic. Like, there's nothing rubber about it. They're just junk. They're hard plastic. And imagine on a wax floor, just tires spinning, dude. And the whole ass end swings around, and I hit a rack, right? And knock a whole toy rack over.
Oh, gosh.
It goes into another rack and another rack. So me and my cousin are banned for life from the Toys R Us in our hometown.
Oh my god!
No joke.
Nice.
Oh my
I went back home last year, like as early as like last year. I went back home, and my picture is still up on the wall.
That's
No
hilarious.
joke.
Impressive.
Yeah, banned for
Dang.
life.
Resourceful too.
Impressive. Yeah.
I want to visit this place.
See
that picture.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude. It's crazy, man. Like, my cousin was like, they really do still have our pictures up, man. I was like, yeah. I was like, so just a little bit of facial hair. That's really all that's different.
Dang.
Yeah. So our third douchebag criminal, man. I'll play into the third douchebag criminal. We'll go into the fourth. So our fourth douchebag criminal tonight. I'm a douche because I messed up Toys R Us, but this guy's a douche because he stole Monopoly cards from McDonald's. That's right, folks. You guys know every year Monopoly. You can win Monopoly off your sodas and fries and all that stupid crap. Well, as you can see, an armed man waved a knife at McDonald's staff and stole a box of cards for the restaurant's Monopoly game. Metropolitan police say the suspect is black and was dressed in hooded top, white gloves, and black trousers. He entered the McDonald's on Colbert Lane in Haines on March 23rd. Nobody has still found him yet. All right, so this happened March 23rd. The dude's still on the loose.
Jeez.
Did he win?
Oh my God.
I guess, you know what? I guess we'll find out. He waved a knife at the staff and took the box of cards and vouchers. Detectives say that Detective Constable Emma Brooks said that although he had his face covered, it is possible that someone may recognize his clothing or may have heard someone talking about this robbery because, after all, who is going to rob a McDonald's and not brag about the fact they got all the Monopoly tickets?
True.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah. So anyway, they got some pictures up of this guy. I'm gonna share this story up here on Douchebag Criminals. This is just, I don't know, man. The way he waves the knife. There's video and all that, but the way he waves the knife around, it's almost like he was afraid he's gonna cut himself. So I don't know. It's quite interesting. We'll see if that dude does win. I mean, what? I don't even know how you would wait, he's wearing black trousers. I think
It's that guy.
it's that guy. Yeah, right.
Denied.
Look how he's holding the knife in the video. I think it's that guy. He's trying to cut his chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
Anyway, pray for sleep. That's Douchebag Criminals. So, that's my son, Cam.
Ryan. That's my
Oh my gosh, Ryan.
not my real dad, but
He's almost.
he's almost my real dad.
We love Ryan.
Hey,
I love
Ryan.
Ryan.
Shout out to Ryan Rhodes. What's going on, man? A little late to the show, but better late than never, right?
Yes.
True.
There you
He's
go.
a busy man.
But you know what, man? The show's not going away. Anybody who didn't get a chance to see the show, you can recap the show tonight, tomorrow. Make sure you like our page, share our page, please. And head over, give Pray for Sleep Band a like on Facebook, facebook.com/Pray for Sleep Band on Facebook. And check them out on Bandcamp, prayforsleep.bandcamp.com. Guys, anybody you want to shout out to this evening before you head out the door?
I'd like to shout out my mom and my dad and my sister for being awesome.
I'm going to do the same because I got a great family. Love all you guys.
Grant.
I mean, I feel like family's like the basic shout out for the first wide-reaching broadcast you're on, right? So,
Yeah.
hey,
Hashtag
Mom.
still promoting, Ryan says.
Yes. That's the meme.
Corby.
Hey, Dad.
Dad.
Who's this?
All the dads are chiming in. They missed a good show.
They'll watch it.
They'll watch it.
They'll watch it.
Reno's like, you'll watch it. Shut up. You'll watch it. Anyway, thank you guys, man, for doing what you do as artists and musicians. Congratulations.
Thank
I'll
you.
see you guys at Rock on the Range, man. Let me know how it goes.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
when you guys finish your album, you guys are definitely coming back.
For sure.
For sure.
We'd love to.
So-
It was awesome.
All right, guys. Well, I am Ant-Man. Thank you guys for doing what you do. I love all you guys. Music Family, I love you guys. Have a great rest of your weekend. And make sure you guys tune in Sunday mornings. Every Sunday, we're live also for Sunday Morning Meltdown. A little bit more talk, less music, a lot more entertaining. We do Douchebag Criminals as well, but we do horoscopes, love news, all that fun stuff on Sunday mornings so you can wake up with us. Savannah says, favorite siblings. Sibling is me, obviously.
Love you, Savannah.
Corby says, busy working. All right, guys. We are out the door, man. Have a great night, man.
Thank
for
you.
having us.
Thank you for having us. Yeah.